Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into, honestly, one of the most powerful forces reshaping business survival right now, and that's skyrocketing customer expectations. If you're building for the future, well, you already know the bar hasn't just been raised, it's literally been launched into the stratosphere. So that brings us to the absolute core tension of this whole Explainer. How on earth can any organization actually keep up with demands that just seem to multiply by the minute? Because let's face it, the traditional ways of scaling up your operations, they just aren't cutting it anymore. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the expectation shift, the new competition, AI and experience, personalization, a common mistake, and finally, where to start. Section 1, the expectation shift, a new era of demands. Look, today's non-negotiable expectations are just relentless. Customers are absolutely demanding lightning-fast responses. We're talking hours now, not days. They expect top-tier service, deep personalization, and incredibly smooth, frictionless experiences across literally every single interaction. Think about it. A clunky checkout process today isn't just, a minor annoyance anymore. It's a lost customer, gone. And the root of this whole shift is actually pretty simple. Technology has fundamentally changed how people interact with businesses. Instant access and digital convenience used to be kind of seen as this luxury perk, right? But today, no way. They are the absolute baseline just to keep your hat in the ring. Moving on to Section 2, the new competition, beyond your industry. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the benchmarks have entirely flipped. The old benchmark was safe, right? Banks compared themselves to other banks, and retailers looked at other retailers. But the new benchmark, it is absolutely ruthless. Customers aren't comparing you to your direct rivals anymore. They're comparing every single experience they have with the absolute best digital experience they've ever had anywhere. So your B2B software is now being judged right alongside the frictionless one-click checkout of Amazon or, the hyper-personalization of Netflix. It's a whole new ballgame. All right, Section 3, AI and customer experience, scaling responsiveness. So, here is the unavoidable reality we have to face. AI allows organizations to scale customer service more effectively. As your business grows, you simply cannot hire human beings fast enough to maintain that level of instant responsiveness. AI is that essential lever you absolutely need to handle massive volume without sacrificing an ounce of quality. And he provides concrete operational leverage right where you need it the most. It drives faster communication by instantly routing queries, it unlocks far better information access for your human agents, and it powers highly personalized interactions at every single step. Honestly, it's the ultimate tool to be highly responsive and highly efficient at the exact same time. Which leads us to Section 4, the personalization factor, relevance at scale. Because convenience is really only half the battle, relevance is the rest of it. Customers want you to deeply understand their preferences, understand their needs, and truly get their long-term goals. Historically, you could only offer that level of VIP service if you had a dedicated one-on-one account manager for every single client. But today, AI actually bridges that gap. It delivers that deep human-like relevance across thousands of interactions simultaneously. It's like having a superpower for your customer service team. Section 5, a common mistake, the technology trap. So the crucial point here is avoiding the biggest pitfall in this entire transition, which is what we call the technology trap. That's focusing so heavily on the shiny new tech itself that you forget customer experience is ultimately about people. AI should never, ever act as a wall for your business to hide behind. Actually, scratch that. It's more like it works best when it enhances, never replaces, the fundamental human relationships that your organization is built on in the first place. Section 6, where to start. Auditing the journey. Okay, to apply this effectively and actually get moving, I want you to ask 4 critical audit questions about your own operations. First up, where are delays occurring? You need to look for those exact moments where momentum just dies, friction builds up, and your customer is left waiting around. Next, you've got to challenge your team to find the friction. Ask yourselves, where are customers becoming frustrated? Whether it's a super confusing checkout process or one of those endless support loops, these emotional low points, they are actually your absolute highest return on investment opportunities for an AI intervention. Question 3, where can communication improve? Look closely for the blind spots in your messaging, where customers are just left completely in the dark. Intelligent, automated communication can close those gaps instantly for sure, and keep that crucial trust high. And finally, the fourth question: where can experiences become more personalized? Where can you inject a little context and history to turn a cold, standard transaction into an interaction that actually makes the customer feel truly seen and understood? And finally, our wrap up, the AI ready organization. And this brilliantly illustrates how we pull all these strategies together to support your long term growth. To truly survive and thrive in this new era, your business has to embody four non negotiable traits. You must become more responsive, become more personalized, become more efficient, and become relentlessly customer focused. Remember, AI isn't the whole shebang. It isn't the entire strategy. It is simply the engine that makes executing all these goals possible at a massive, massive scale. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. How will you build adaptability and resilience for the decade ahead? The expectation shift, it's already happened. Your customers are waiting right now. So it is entirely up to you to build the AI-ready business that meets them exactly where they are. Think about that as you audit your own organization this week. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will see you in the next one.